Hi guys, Luke here of SimBoxx in association with Adrenaline Performance and Clint Patrick. This is my post-fight reaction for Canelo Saunders out in Dallas, Texas. And as we've just seen live on Dazn, Canelo Alvarez is the new unified WBA, WBC, WBO and Ring Magazine super middleweight world champion by way of TKO victory in the 8th round against Billy Hoe Saunders, who is defeated for the first time in a 31-fight career. Canelo improves to 56-1-2, and he will now look to unify and become undisputed with a fight against IBF title holder Caleb Plant. That fight is heavily rumoured to take place later on in 2021. The fight in Dallas with Saunders was a highly competitive affair. The first 6, 7 and 8 rounds could easily have been split even. Saunders was comfortable at times on the back foot, boxing very well, using his jab and a left hook, whilst never really being able to allow Canelo to back him up to the ropes. Whenever his back did touch the ropes, he would spin off and he'd use his feet very well, and he would pinch some of the rounds. Canelo looked to be loading up at times. He was looking for heavy shots to head and body, but he did have success with a left hook to the body throughout the fight. He missed quite a lot of the uppercuts he was throwing with the right hand, but did land some straight rights to the solar plex of Billy Hoe Saunders, which looked to be taking the wind out of Billy Hoe Saunders towards those middle rounds. Ultimately, it was a huge right hook come uppercut that landed by Canelo. It seems to have damaged the orbital bone of Billy Hoe Saunders, which led to the premature ending of the fight. Billy Hoe Saunders was pulled out of the fight on his stool at the end of the 8th round. It looks like it was his trainer Matt Tibbs that made the decision. He lives to fight another day, as we've seen in the past. Some grotesque eye injuries by the likes of Enzo Mattarelli, more recently Daniel Dubois. He dropped out of his fight with Joe Joyce with swelling around his eye. You know, full respect to these boxers. Their eyesight is everything, and he lives to fight another day. We wait to see how bad this injury may be for Billy Hoe Saunders, and we wish him the very best with that. In terms of the fight, again, it was very competitive without Canelo seeming to get out of second gear. He was frustrated at times, but he always felt like he had that extra gear to go through. Where Billy Hoe Saunders goes next, we're not really sure, because he was competitive in the fight, but this looks like a bad injury. How will he react to losing for the first time? He, of course, was a very confident fighter coming into the fight. He believed in himself very much. The confidence was very contagious. His good friend Tyson Fury was out there supporting him, and it will be interesting to see how he bounces back from this. Will he keep the same swagger, the same confidence? Will he believe he can get back into contention to get a rematch with Canelo further down the line? Who knows? But guys, as always, let me know in those comments below. Do you agree with the stoppage? Could Billy Hoe Saunders have fought on? Was it just an inevitability that Canelo would get the stoppage should the fight have played on? Personally, I think it was maybe the correct call with the damage to the eye. We'll see if we get some scans and some hospital reports on just how bad that eye injury is. But as always, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We've got more content on the way. Check us out across social media, and I'll catch you on the next one.